Now we're going to have a look at the mixer page. Now before we do that, let's actually just put something in here. So what I'm going to do is just play in one of the patterns. Let's try that. Let's just quantize that. Now let's actually just make another track with the identical settings. Basically it's the same track in Logic. And let's actually record some individual parts on the top. Let's try something like that. Let's just quantize that as well. So just to give you an idea of how you can use this, so you could combine the patterns with an individually played part on the top, or you could not use a pattern at all and actually just program everything individually using the individual sounds. Okay, let's jump across to the mixer now. We've got something to play with. So the mixer page is where we can balance, add effects, pan, the usual things that we'd do in a mixer. Now on the left side we have 6 instrument channels, allowing us to balance each one of our individual sounds. We have a pan control, standard stuff. We can solo, we can mute. Now also if we click down on the channel here, we get some additional functionality that appears. And for each one of the instruments we can determine how wide the sound is going to be. Let's just solo this for now. So you can hear the difference there. We're kind of going mono to stereo. And we can also choose to drive things, which is a great audio effect, allowing you to drive in extra harmonics by kind of driving the input volume in. Just makes the sound a bit larger than life. Now, as well as these width and drive controls, we also have the ability to select an output. Now, at the moment, Kontakt is working in stereo mode, but let's choose multi-output, 8 stereo, 8 mono. We'll wait for that to load up. Okay, and then let's click on the plus button here to make an additional track, and I'll just turn that down. Now, for this sound here, let's choose stereo 2. And you'll see there that the sound is now being routed through this second output here. Now I think that because we have the send switched on, we're getting some sound going through the master, because the reverb is routing through the main master output. But you can see now that this sound is routing through a separate channel in Logic. So if we wanted to mix these sounds separately within Logic, we can do that by using the multi-output functionality of Logic alongside the select output option when we click on each individual sound. Okay, so let's take this off solo. And let's actually just route this back to the master output. Now on the right side of the main mixer, we have the reverb control and also the master output here. Now the send controls here, they control the amount of level we're sending to the reverb. You can hear that there. Now when we click on the reverb control here, you can see that we have a series of different convolution style reverbs that we can choose from. So let's try some of these out. So depending if we want something quite big or quite tight, we can go for a different reverb sound. We have solo and mute for the reverb as well. And then for the master channel here, we have the ability to change the overall stereo width of the combination of sounds. And we also have a send control here as well. can hear that at work. Now finally, let's just come out of the reverb here. On the master channel, we also have a compressor and a tape setting here. Now this allows us to make the sound a bit punchier. And we also have a tape setting here. Now, drums and percussion love tape saturation. It really nicely rounds off transients, kind of quite transparently, and fattens things up, again, adding harmonics. So you can hear how that's kind of flattening it out a little bit. So that could be cool to subtly add a little bit of saturation to things. Now, one thing I should also say is for the master channel, the solo and mute has been replaced by a left and right inverter, so a stereo field inverter. This allows us to change the listener's position. So basically takes everything that's panned right, pans it left, and vice versa. So it could be quite interesting just to try out in a mix if you want to try kind of altering your stereo position. Now for each one of our sounds, when we click on it, we also have an EQ here with low, low, mid, mid and high. I'm sure we're all used to how to EQ our sounds. So if we wanted to boost a bit more low in there or change up the mid-range or the high frequencies, we can do that with this EQ. And that is our mixer page. Okay, so to recap in this video, we have 6 channel faders for each one of our sounds. We've got a send level to a reverb, a pan control for each one, EQ for each channel as well. When we click on a sound, we have the ability to change the EQ for that sound and also change the stereo width and also the drive. And we can select whether it's going to go to the main master output or go to an individual output if we have multiple outputs set up in our DAW. The reverb gives us 5 different very high quality convolution reverb effects. Solo and mute for the reverb, and for the master channel we have a kind of global send for everything going through the master, a global width as well, and we can invert the left and the right hand channels. So that's our mixer page. Next up we're going to have a look at patterns. So I'll see you then. Thanks for watching.